Who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Hello and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's the coffee break, sports edition, and let me say, I'm gonna bring in my co-host, my main man that's been out and around, out and about, Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout. Normally he been popped in by now. There you go. What's up, Kevin, man?
Man, it's some exciting times.
Okay,
You
well, well,
know,
well, 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 well. When you say exciting times, do you mean that Supreme Court decision?
yes,
Well, talk to me about it, baby.
man. NCAA and has lost another court case,
Hmm.
and in doing so, it was at the Supreme Court, and so the ruling was in favor of a college athlete by the name Pavia, and Pavia at Vanderbilt, and but what it means for us, for you and I, is that the young men that we send to junior college, those 2 years of junior college no longer counts against their 4 years of Division One, Division Two eligibility.
What?
Yes. So imagine now how difficult getting a junior college opportunity is going to be now, because those are going to be just as difficult to get as a Division One
Right, I
scholarship.
see that. Now, when you said that earlier in our production meeting, man, and it didn't hit me, but then now that you said it slower in your way, it hit me, man. Okay, because I was just thinking, you know what popped in my mind? Old school. I was like, oh, so they get an extra year to extra that, you know what I'm saying? Because back in my day, you could stretch out, you can go 5 years to get 4 years of your
Mhm.
playing eligibility. Yeah, you could, and I took every bit of my 5 years to play.
Mhm.
Enjoyed college because college was the best years of my life before I became a tax-paying citizen, But now they got another extra. They can use another extra year.
Right. So they're going to leave.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
let's talk about Coastal Bend. And the way it's set up now, Victor King went down there this past year, so he's finishing his freshman year. And so whenever Victor finishes up his sophomore year, he's going to Pate State University, wherever he chooses, and he's still going to have five to make four. So he still has
Still
a
have
redshirt
five.
year.
Still have five to make four.
That's the way I understood it. But
Oh,
we'll just
okay,
say
okay, okay, okay.
just for today, we're gonna leave it at 4 years. Four
Yeah,
years of
yeah, yeah, yeah,
eligibility.
yeah. And let's go check into that. Let's and then let's whoever's listening can help us out. We're gonna look into it. We'll find out. But yeah, because I was gonna say if you woo wee.
Well, that's gonna make guys really old again.
Yeah,
And we had just gotten to the point where everybody needed to get younger,
right.
and then this pops in.
Yeah,
So
but they need to be older transitioning into the NBA because all the young cats.
they,
Oh,
it play. It takes them 2 or 3 years to get ready. You know, which was why they brought in the G League and such.
oh, okay.
You know, but yeah, man, it had my phone buzzing. Um, as we texted and talked to different parents whose kids have junior college offers,
Mm-hmm.
you better take them before they get revoked or rescinded, because
Right.
now you get where this is all going.
I bet coaches. Yep, I bet coaches. Yeah, now they really regroup, man. JCs, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So now, if you're Division two and Division three, from my understanding, what was explained to me, those years that you were Division two and Division three do count against your 4 years because they're all part of the NCAA, and junior college is NJCAA, National Junior College Athletic Association. So this is about like I was reading about the third or fourth substantial Supreme Court ruling that the NCAA has had go against them. So the losses are starting to add up, you know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, Kevin. Uh, uh, that needs to be researched and get those dot those I's and cross those T's. So that's very important to know that and how you
Mm-hmm.
navigate through the system now. And because man, if you can go get your game together, 2 extra years, hey, and if it takes, if you maybe get to the NBA where it took you maybe 2 extra years to get there, and you only played man 8 years instead of 10, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's beneficial something like that, just and getting into the league. So then now
But
you're
that's
gonna
going to be huge because guys are trying to go in young,
yeah.
so they get that first contract, so you get to that first extension
Hmm.
or re-signing. So we'll look more into it. But like I said, this dropped about 5:30, so it's really new, really new. But you know, before let's go ahead and
Jump into the district
district
ranking.
rankings.
It's the
Yes,
district rankings today, right?
yes,
Not
yes.
standings. It's the rankings. That's what I like, baby. I
No,
like
it's standings, man, standings. Because we're not ranking anybody.
okay, dog, go get me straight then the standings. Then tell me where they are now. Standings are important. No, they're very important, man. We used to check them standings every time. So there you go. No, those are the games. My bad.
Yeah.
Let me get my producer hat on, man. Let me get myself together here. Bing. There we go.
All right. So this is by far to me the most difficult district because you could make an argument for seven of those nine teams could be competing for four playoff spots.
Really?
Right. Yep. Uh, I'm a little bit partial to Smithson Valley. Means my kids go through school there, and they're 0-4 in district, but three of those losses are by 1 to 2 points.
Well,
You
so
know,
they're not one of the seven then.
nope, not if this holds true.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, okay. Well,
it's going to be very difficult. Bernie, they lost the game last night. Uh, Piper's playing well. The Bromfields, Alamo Heights is 3-0. Wagner is 3-0, and that's why some of these matchups coming up on Friday will will shake up the standings because
okay.
remember your goal is a playoffs and you got to be in the top four. And so, veterans.
So back up. So I just don't
Mhm.
want that to in case because I love when we talk because I'm
Mhm.
gonna catch it. I'm a talk to me like I don't know nothing. Like
Mhm.
Hogan's Heroes. My man Schultz, he know nothing. Okay, so
Mhm.
the top four of each district go to playoffs.
Yes,
Okay, cool, got you.
yes, and we play in Region Four. There's four regions in Texas, and we play in Region Four.
Okay, cool.
Um, so that's this district, and someone asked me for the top couple of teams right now, and I was saying no really distinct order. It would be Alamo Heights, Wagner, and probably champion. Piper's right there, but it's going to be a dogfight all the way through the end.
Well, that's four.
Mm-hmm.
At least name four. All right. Okay.
See, and then you're looking at teams that have been to the state tournament in previous years that may not make the playoffs.
Okay.
So 27 5A, that's affectionately called the SAISD district because it's predominantly SAISD outside of Seguin. And, you know, you've got some surprising teams that are, well, in Edison's case, I don't think anyone really expected them to be 3-0 right now. I don't think anybody expected Highlands to be 3-0 right now, outside of people in their own locker rooms, you know. So that's been interesting, and there's some good matchups coming up Friday night that we'll go into more detail on later in the show. But then we go over to 28 5A, and that's the team we talked about not getting enough attention was John Jay. You know, but they're going to get their chance. They're undefeated, and spoiler alert, they're going to play Harlandale Friday, who's also undefeated.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay. Where's
yes,
that
that's
going?
going to be a real good matchup
You know,
right
that's
there.
going. Is that at Paul Taylor somewhere?
That one, yes,
Oh, it is. Okay.
yes. Um, and then lost my train of thought,
Oh my
but
bad. My bad.
but Southwest, they took that early L to John Jay, but they've been playing well. Trey Martin has been on the show. We've interviewed him before. You've interviewed him before, and he's doing really well. There's another kid on that team, AJ Franco, that's been playing really well. I forget his stat line, but he had a big night last night. But you know, when schools split, like Southwest Legacy and Southwest did, the talent gets redistributed. And I know Legacy's been playing hard, and so they're 3-1. So you kind of there's a long way to play in this district race, but like we talked about earlier, you're going to start seeing people kind of fall out of contention,
Well,
just
name
like
give
they
me your
did
top four then. What's your top four?
in this particular district.
Yeah.
Jay, the Southwest schools, and Harlandale is always a tough out.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Okay.
um, but that's subject to change with injuries.
Of course, we know it's fluid.
Yeah,
We know it's fluid.
fluid. Yeah. When we're jumping into 6A, um, the Northeast schools they will start district play this coming Friday, and so we don't have anything to report on them. 28. This is predominantly that North Side district. Um, Brennan's undefeated. Harlan, after that terrible loss to start off district, has won 3 in a row. I think the surprise team in all of this is the 3-0 Stevens squad. Um, Not just just in talking to some different coaches, when I mentioned Stevens at 3-0, they give me your normal what, you know. But they've had things going, and they're going to play a Sotomayor team that has Josiah Saunders, one of the better point guards in this class, and it's cool too because um, some of their guys, other guys besides Josiah, are starting to. I know Randy's going to be down in at Coastal Bend on the 30th, so that's giving other guys opportunities to make a name for themselves within that district.
Give me the top four.
Um,
Oh, you already went past you? Okay.
No, well, I'll say Brennan, Harlan, um, Sotomayor, and until somebody beats him, Stevens.
Okay.
But that Warren squad is really is a tough squad. Remember they had a young man named Devin that whenever we watched him first, I think he was injured, was playing through injury at the time. So hopefully when we see him again, he'll be healed up and ready to go.
Okay. Okay.
And then this uh, night was interesting. Um, San Marcos, a little bit up the road, has the past 2 years been a very strong program. And Cash Good uh, went off last night, led his team to a victory over Booty Johnson. Steele and Clemens, they have that 3009 rivalry, and Steele was able to win that one. Uh, Steele has a couple of guys that we need to go look at. You know, Logan Gonzalez already has offers to Texas A&M Kingsville, but Steele has guards, Clemens has guards, but I want to go see a young man by the name of Joshua Rice. Uh, I've seen his name pop up a few times. I saw him early on last summer, uh, but I want to go see him, and I think we'll take out the either the Steel East Central game or the Steel Judson game. Um, Canyon was on a bye last night. You know, Judson and East Central matched up out in East Central, and East Central won the game uh, 14, 16 points. Um, but Zaire Zebo, as they call him at East Central, really got going in the second half, and Red had 19, and the freshman Jay Maury had 18, but it wasn't enough to get him over the hump. So if you're gonna ask me for a top four in this one, uh,
So
I don't really
Justin
have.
took a L, huh?
Justin took an L, yeah,
Ooh. Now
yeah.
that was against who again?
East Central,
Okay. Ooh, he said.
yeah. Whenever we that was Devontae Pilcher's favorite gym to play was over there at East Central, and so
A lot of
that's
history over
the
there at East Central.
hmm?
A lot of history from East Central,
Yeah, there is.
basketball wise. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. So that's the district rankings as of today. Uh,
standings.
Standings. God, no, standings. Yes. Um, you know, of, we'll get to the state rankings later. Um, so you want
Take a
to go
station break.
ahead and yeah, that's what I was saying.
You guys have just tuned in to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's the coffee break. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, along with my co-host, Kevin, aka the One-Eyed Scout, Big Country. Uh, it ain't for everybody. Um,
No, no, no.
so Kevin, man, so now, man, I guess we can because we gotta jump off, man, because you got an episode that's gonna come up on the One-Eyed Scout show. Tell us a little bit about that show. Just give it when it's gonna air.
With that particular show, I think it's Xavier Rendon that's going to be playing. If it is, he's a young man out of Pearsall. Uh, Recently, in the last week or so, has really seen his recruitability stock take off. Um, Coaches don't want me to throw names out because they don't want people to always switch over on that, onto the kid. But uh, Rendon's been doing a lot of things lately. Um, you know, we don't get to follow him as much
Okay.
with games,
Mm-hmm.
but Yeah, we'll get out there one time.
Okay. Okay.
We'll get out there one time.
Nice,
But man,
nice.
let's go ahead and talk about these games because
Friday night games.
Friday night games.
Friday night games.
And we're gonna talk about these. In the past we had done 5 games, but we're gonna do 10 games of interest because now all the districts in San Antonio will be competing. And right out the chute, um, there's just Piper versus Alamo Heights. Um, they're Piper's 3-1. Alamo Heights is undefeated. It's going to be an interesting matchup of wings. You're going to have Mason Thomas that'll play like a 3-4, uh, a wing or a post player, but he's probably going to wind up being a shooting guard before it's all over. And then Alamo Heights has a young man, same recruiting class, so he's a junior, um, Alex Elliott. Um, Man, he can do a little bit of it all. Um, and they have he gives way to some seniors that I haven't personally laid eyes on, but I followed Alex Elliott throughout the summer. That Steel versus East Central matchup we were talking about, um, that's going to be a guard heavy, guard centric game, um, and I'm sure it'll be defense and up and down. Um, Harlandale, John Jay. Um, that 3-0 versus 3-0 kind of explains that situation. Um, we're talking about Wagner and Smithson Valley, and the reason, even though they're 0-4 Smithson Valley, they lost a lot of close games, um, and they're going up against Wagner, who is very defensive and turns those defensive plays into offensive plays. But if there's a sneaky game for somebody to get knocked off, this will be one of those games.
Oh, okay.
And then, we talked earlier about Edison being undefeated.
What?
Um, yeah, undefeated in district.
Okay.
At
Is
3
this
0 in
somebody that
district.
we should have our eye on over at Edison?
But yeah, man, they doing well. There's Calvin Pena, one of the guards, and a sophomore named Matt. He he goes to the doghouse every once in a while. His last name slips on mine, but those two guards kind of pace Edison,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they have other pieces around. I think they've really bought into Cardenas's philosophies, head coach. And it's always interesting because, Cardenas is the head coach at Edison. Now he's going to go play his alma mater in Lanier. And so that's always an interesting matchup for me. Lanier's gotten the better of it the last few years.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you
You know
know,
what I was going to ask, son. Go ahead.
we were to this matchup, Southwest Legacy is a 3-1 versus a McCollum team that's the other one for the night. That's a sneaky opportunity for an upset. Um, they both Legacy's been playing well. They got tripped up once, but I think McCollum could take them if things go the right way. Then we're talking about Lee versus Clark. This will be the first district game for both. Lee historically has had tough guards, and this is that point guard that we like to watch, Jaden Flemings and Jaden Jones. Um, so that's going to be
So, do you know the coach at Clark?
yes,
What's his name?
man. Don't ask me names, man. I'm not
I
good with
know,
names.
man. Okay. Well, if we ever go to Clark, let me know, man. I think if he's still there, I don't know if
Yeah,
it's Steve.
he's been there for the coach has been there for a while.
Been a little while, yeah. Used to
Yeah,
play?
I believe so.
Yeah. See, man, I'm telling you, back in the day, man, when I was youngster around here, and them cats thought they was balling in the city and stuff around the Coach and Clark. We
Oh,
used to take a little bit of yeah. So we don't have to get some of the history back that I have actually bumped against and took to the paint or something or shot a tray over or something and get us a talk, man. Big country, man. You some great stories can come out of there, man. Some great stories. Maybe we could do that one time.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great, man.
yeah. Go ahead.
Um,
My bad.
Sotomayor versus Stevens. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we talked about that a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Sotomayor uh, and Justin McBride. I really like McBride. He's a younger, I think he's a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be interesting, man, because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really watched Stevens play this year. Um, that's one of the schools that if they continue to be in that driver's seat, that we'll need to go sit and watch on a Friday night.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Then
Hit all my Fridays.
um, we'll close it out with two more. Jefferson versus Seguin. Um, I don't know how well Seguin matches up because I just know Jefferson has a savvy senior guard, Trey Perez, that seemingly always has a big game whenever we're in the stands. And Adrian Reyna, 6'7" wing, um, likes to do most of his damage from outside. And so, um, being an SAISD employee, I would prefer Jefferson to go ahead and take this game.
Hmm.
And we'll move forward. And then the last but not least, Reagan versus Roosevelt. Now, Reagan has uh, some 6'5". Artreo Crump is about 6'8", but they're predominantly run by guards. And so it's going to be a young man named Luke, Chris Kelly. Uh, that's two, but there's several more. And then Roosevelt's going to be led by Ethan Lasario and Carmelo Martinez. So there's been plenty to catch up on over the weekend. You know, like we talked about off the air, this is going to be, we weren't planning on Smithson Valley High School being in the football state championships. My daughter's a trainer there. So we're going to go up to Dallas Friday evening and probably visit with my friend Jay Fry.
All
You
right.
know,
Oh,
yeah.
come on, man. Come on. What the hoops? What's the name of the squad? What's the name of this?
Oh yeah, Parish Episcopal.
But what's the name of
Uh,
his organization that he
oh, Baller IQ.
Baller IQ? There you go.
Yeah,
Okay. There you go.
but
Jay Pride. Well, big up to you, man.
yeah. Oh, you remember? Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're thinking of he runs that Noble Classic.
Noble Classic. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And next year, man, there's going to be. No, I better hold on. I'll let him talk about that
Yeah.
later.
Okay. Don't get too
Uh,
ahead of yourself.
but it's big. It's gonna be big, man. Over the summer
Nice.
and the next fall.
Nice.
Um, but
I
yeah,
sure
we'll
hope you
be
invite.
there.
Matter of fact, I should give him a shout out right now. I'm going to probably get our foot in for TAAN TV, the African American Network. Jay Fry.
uh, but yeah, man, we'll be in touch. I might try to live stream uh, from the stadium, but also live stream some of the games uh, when the districts uh, allow that service. Which man, at some point I want to get Tori and Corey. I know we talked about it, but some of their ideas on how we can get more streaming services out here. You know, those are two very smart young men with a lot of experience with that. So I think it would be ideal once we get the chance to have them on here. But
All right.
let's wrap it like a bow.
It's
And
that time to go, so you guys can catch an episode of the One-Eyed Scout Show on TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach.
global reach.
7 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 8 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. So Eastern Standard Time. So y'all, there's it go. You can catch it on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. Also, all Apple devices, all Androids, and the World Wide Web. So you can catch, man, and then also on Twitter, YouTube. The One Eye Scout is everywhere. He's everywhere. I mean, for our listeners, man, I'm having fun now, and so we're gonna get out of here. And you guys, TAN TV has some great things coming up. One of our projects is we're working with an actor, great friend of mine, Reginald Ballard, aka Brubman from the Fifth Flow. So we'll be back at St. Philip's doing our shooting, and stay tuned, y'all. And we'll see when we see him again, Kevin.
We'll be on Monday night for the recap.
Monday night gonna recap, y'all. So y'all be safe until till we see you then.
These my peepers right here. Some of them gonna be with me when I'm looking for the perfect sandwich. What bruh man gonna be doing?
Looking for the perfect sandwich.
Looking for the perfect sandwich.
Tommy Davidson, lethal shooter. We looking for the perfect sandwich.
So we'll see y'all next week. We'll be out of here.
Tell me what's the vibe.